What's up, y'all guys? I'm back at y'all with another video, man. And I'm gonna tell you guys why you should stay away from simps. Now, the first reason why you should stay away from simps is because simps, they don't have no purpose. They don't. Simps are the type of guys that when they get home from, they job that they don't even like, they go home and they text a whole bunch of females and they double text, and they complain about why the female not texting them back, and they beg for women's attention. And these dudes are just like, they just foul, bro. They just like an enemy to the guys that's MGTOW, to the guys that's on semen retention. No fap, they just an enemy to us, man. These guys are just sick. Well, another reason why you should stay away from simps is because they're going to get you off your focus. You're going to relapse, bro. I don't care if you're on semen retention or no fap. You're going to relapse, bro. You're going to relapse. You're going to turn that video on or you're going to call that girl up. They're going to make you relapse because their whole life, is based off of getting chicks and spending large amounts of cash just to smash. Like, these simps are horrible. Like, they stupid guys. They ain't got no type of integrity. They got low self-esteem, low self-worth. They probably don't even know nothing about semen retention at all. Or red pill, MGTOW knowledge. They don't know nothing about that. I'm trying to tell you guys. Another reason why you should stay away from simps is because these type of dudes, they don't have no balls as a man. They don't. They just don't. They're not gonna stand up for themselves. If a woman tests him or tests a simp, he gonna play along with it. If a woman, if she says something about a man, right? Because men are red pill and semen retention nowadays. If she says something about a man that's wrong, he'll still agree with her. These are simps is because he want to smash. Their whole life is about women. Women is the center of a simp's universe. This is why you want to stay away from simps. You don't want to be around these dudes. These dudes, that's all they think about is having sex 24/7. They ain't trying to better their life or nothing. They not. These are the type of guys that's, they ain't learning from their heartbreaks with women. They matter of fact, they don't even know nothing about women. And if you try to put them on game, they're going to be like, bro, I already know. Because that's how simps is. And they don't know nothing. Simps are the type of guys that feel sorry for single mothers. They don't hold single mothers accountable for nothing. They come in and take care of their kids. Please stay away from these dudes. Stay away from simps. I'm telling you. Because they'll try to convince you that you don't seem interested. They'll try to convince you, you ain't getting no, you ain't smashing nobody. You ain't getting no chicks. Bruh, stay away from simps. They ain't nothing but a distraction. They nothing but a distraction, bro. Stay away from simps, man. Simps, they don't understand. They think life is about just, smashing this one, smashing it one, smashing that one. They don't hold women accountable for nothing. They ain't got no game. All they do is buy women's loyalty temporarily. And then when the women leave them, they get all bent up out of shape about why the woman left him. Please stay away from simps. I'm telling you why you should stay away from simps. These type of dudes that open the door for women. These are the type of dudes that, they jump over try to jump over a building to get to a woman, even that's impossible. You know, they'll jump through hoops, jump through a woman's hoops. They'll swim across the lake of fire. You know, they'll cross the Red Sea. They'll climb a mountain. I mean, just to get next to a woman. These dudes are pathetic. Stay away from simps, bro. I'm telling you, these dudes they gonna lead you to the wrong path. And then a lot of y'all, and you got a lot of friends that simps. Like a lot of you guys know, if you gotta cut them off, you just gotta cut them off. You on a different journey, bro. You on a different journey when you on semen retention. Because let's face it, most of our so-called, I'm going to say my old friends, all they talking about is girls. Did you get her number? They go out trying to get girls' numbers and all this stuff. Man, they not really focusing on their purpose. They going to stay stagnant for the rest of their life. They going to stay, trying to please a woman when in reality you can't even please a woman. While you rich on semen retention, end up being rich on semen retention, it's a possibility that you could be rich on semen retention or be successful on your purpose, they're going to be still living that same lifestyle. These simps going to be still living that same lifestyle. Going from chick to chick, smashing and all that. Bruh, don't let simps distract you. Stay away from simps. These dudes, they pathetic, I'm just telling you the truth. You gotta stay away from simps on semen retention. Cause you're gonna be relapsing like every day, bro. Every single day, bro. I'm serious. Cause they relapsing by like every single day. Simps are relapsing like every single day. Like, you definitely don't want to be, caught up with these simps, man. These simps, they worshiping women. They don't have no value for themselves. They look at the woman as a celebrity. They see themselves as a fan. They not trying to better themselves as a man. With red pill content or semen retention. They look at red pill content, oh, men are just hating women. Nah, we not. We trying to teach guys the games that women play. That's what red pill men do. They teach guys about the games that women play. And semen retention dudes do that too. Like me. I'm red pill and semen retention. So, your life can't get no better than that. You know what I'm saying? So you guys, make sure y'all stay away from these simps. They afraid to lose a woman. These dudes are afraid to lose women. So they constantly chasing women. And the women don't even want them. They constantly taking women out on dates. The woman is constantly using him just for money. Using all these simps just for money. They the type of dudes that send money to the cash out, send a ton of money to OnlyFans. Bruh, stay away from these dudes. These dudes, they toxic to society. They toxic to society. They very toxic, man. This is the problem. This is why semen retention guys and red pill guys, this is why women have this high mindset is because of these simps. See, us semen retention dudes, we don't put women up on a pedestal. We check these 304s and we put them in their place. These simps, on the other hand, they do everything a woman say. They let the woman lead them and play the woman game and get manipulated by the woman. Dudes that's on semen retention, we ain't doing that. We ain't doing that, bro. We ain't having none of that. Cause I'm helping you guys out, exposing more about female nature. Cause it need to be said. You know, simps are the worst in this society. Are the worst type of men in this society. They are abomination to this world. They all need to just, you know, go to another planet. Cause these dudes are just so thirsty for females that don't even like them. They just want to just use them for attention and money. They ain't learning nothing. While us semen retention dudes and MGTOW dudes, red pill dudes, we learning hella knowledge. We learning hella knowledge. Especially us semen retention dudes. We on a totally different level with the spiritual stuff. But these simps, you know, they don't want to join us. So we gotta stay away from them. We got to, bruh. Don't get caught up with these simps, man. These dudes that's constantly talking about girls and, oh, I'm gonna hit that one, I'm gonna hit that one. But don't get caught up in that. Stay on track, man. Stay on semen retention. Or go red pill. Either one. You know, it's gonna get you somewhere in life. Further in life than these simps. They're gonna have a ton of baby mamas. They're gonna be crying about why they on child support for 18 years. You know? Bruh, I'm just trying to tell you guys, I'm just trying to inform y'all. Stay away from these simps. They ain't worth being friends with. I don't care how many girls they got. Stay on track, man, with semen retention. And you're going to find yourself a better man. You're going to find yourself in a better position in life than these simps. Because they, you know, they don't